Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel for yet another video. Today, I'm doing something a little bit different than what I do normally. And that's just to kind of talk a little bit about an email that went out last week. Now, if you are on YouTube, you got this email. Whether you're on as a content creator, have an account, if you have a YouTube account, you got this email. And I wanted to talk a little bit about it in regards to how it affects small creators like myself. We recently hit 245 subscribers, which is awesome, really fun to see. But this update really kind of made me think and reflect for a little bit. Now, of course, I'm talking about the email from YouTube titled Changes to YouTube's Terms of Service. And there were three big things that they outlined in this email. And two of them I think are actually really awesome adjustments that they've made. And the third is one that I'm a little bit perturbed by. So let's kind of talk about the three different items individually, and I'll have them pop up here on the screen so you can kind of follow along in the event that you didn't read that email. So the first one in the list, and the first one we're going to talk about, is the facial recognition restrictions. And I think this is absolutely a step in the right direction. There are softwares out there that make sure that if you have your face available or visible at any point in time, it can kind of be registered and or cataloged for use in a lot of different databases, whether that's a Facebook database algorithm or a criminal justice facial recognition. There's a lot of different places and learning softwares that can use your face to kind of make their own catalog of what's going on. And the fact that YouTube is restricting the use of facial recognition on their platform, to me, is a huge step in the right direction, or a clarity that was much needed, as that will make sure that those who do choose to show and display their faces on this platform can do so safely. Now, I know that there are several creators out there that choose not to reveal their face. I, up to this point, at least over here on YouTube, haven't had my face present in anything. At some point in the future, maybe that'll change, but when that time eventually comes, if it comes around and I decide to do that, this is something that makes me feel a lot more comfortable based off of what's going on, knowing that my face will not be logged or ledgered in the any sort of facial recognition software, at least from YouTube's side of things. So that makes me feel a lot more secure as to the priorities that YouTube has. The second thing I want to talk about is actually the third item that's in this list, and that is the royalty payments and tax withholdings. And basically what the breakdown for this one is that creators entitled to revenue payments, payments from anything that's acquired through YouTube specifically. So of course this would exclude sponsorship deals and other things that are negotiated between corporations and individual creators. The payments that are facilitated by YouTube will be treated as royalties from a US tax perspective, which makes a whole lot of sense. And it is going to be better for YouTube to treat things that way because, well, they're a US-based company since they are a subsidiary of Google. And that makes sure that they will be able to kind of keep a better handle on how their funds are being distributed based off of payout to creators that are eligible for their YouTube partner program. And I understand that completely. That's not going to necessarily affect me when I eventually get to that point, as it would have affected me anyway, given that I am a US citizen. But it will inadvertently affect creators that use this platform all across the world. This is going to affect everyone from creators as large as PewDiePie all the way down to the smaller creators in various parts of the world that have been on the platform for a while, or even those that are just getting started. But I do feel like that will make things a little bit more simple for everyone. Now, the item that really kind of perturbs me and makes me feel uneasy is that third item, which we haven't touched on yet, and that is YouTube's right to monetize. Up until this point, it was genuinely or generally assumed that if a channel and or video did not qualify for the YouTube Partner Program, that, well, it was not subject to having ads run or otherwise being monetized. And if you're not familiar, in order to be eligible for YouTube's Partner Program and receive payouts from YouTube and what goes on, you need to have 1,000 subscribers on your channel and a collection of 4,000 watch hours within the last 12 months. And as I've been looking through my analytics and how the channel's been performing and gradually growing, I know for a fact that even though I'm not at that 4,000 watch hour consumption at this point in time, I will have that met quite possibly before the end of the year, but certainly by the time the channel's second anniversary rolls around. In fact, it's kind of an undisputable fact that I'll be at that point, given that I'm averaging about 400 watch hours in the period of a month. And, you multiply that out by 12 and you easily supersede the 4,000 watch hours required. But at this pace, I don't know if I'm going to be at that subscriber count by that second anniversary. So it's going to take quite a bit longer for me to get to a point where I can, apply for the YouTube partnership and start making money off of this platform, which is a nice secondary goal, but it's not necessarily the main driving force as to why I make the videos that I do and create the content that I do. I do this because I enjoy it, and I hope that you do as well. And I get a lot of really positive feedback that kind of indicates towards that. So it makes me feel a lot better about the work that I'm doing, the videos that I'm producing and putting out. But the reason that this perturbs me is YouTube has, it says here clearly that YouTube has the right to monetize all content on the platform, and ads may appear on videos from channels not in the YouTube Partner Program. And I know that this isn't going to apply to a lot of my videos probably, but there are a couple of top performing videos that I have that are the main reason I have as many watch hours as I do that are likely going to get hit with this. They're going to start having ads ran either at the beginning or periodically throughout the video for YouTube to make money off of that, and I'm never going to see a penny of that revenue that comes off of it, which at the end of the day, there's nothing I can really do to change that. It just really kind of hurts that people who are having success, at least to some degree, and trying to build up that platform might potentially have people steered away from their channel because of ads. I know that there are videos that I click away from sometimes because of the ads that pop up, and I don't know if anyone has jurisdiction over what ads play or if that's based off of location, person, whatever, but I have done that on occasion. But it just kind of irritates me that this could potentially drive people away from content that's happening. Now, there are easy ways to circumvent that in terms of not having to put up that with that from the consumer side of things. There are applications in terms of pop-ups and ad blockers that you can get that don't affect the YouTube side of things. But, at the end of the day, if a creator has built up a platform that makes themselves eligible for that partnership program and they choose to run those ads, they're within their right to do so and receive the income that happens from that taking place. And I know that a large portion of videos that this is going to apply to are highlights and clips and other video types from just small, I wouldn't even call them creators, but people who really enjoy something and want to put clips from their favorite movies, TV shows, sporting events, other things. They clip those and put them up on YouTube, and they maybe have, only 200 or so subscribers, but there are some of them that I've seen that some clips have millions of views. And not that they ever would have gotten money from that anyway, because of a lot of it being copyrighted material. But now YouTube reserves the right to run ads on that and make at least some sort of profit. And this terms of service update does not indicate that they would pay that profit forward to the owners of the copyrighted material. But that's just kind of my thoughts and why my heart's kind of hurting with this particular aspect of the terms of service update. The other two items, I think they're awesome, wonderful steps in the right direction, but this one, it's painful, especially for me, where I know that this is something that's going to start affecting some of my viewers in terms of you're going to get ads ran that do not go to the benefit of the content that I'm actively trying to produce and bring to you. But what do you think? Let me know what your opinions are on these terms of service updates in the comment section down below. I'm interested to hear what your weigh-in is. And if you want to help me combat that, then please feel free to subscribe to the channel. I bring videos to you on a daily basis. They're not all just standard talking episodes like this. I do a lot of intensive work with Marvel, Minecraft, a lot of different items and super cool things that I have slated to come down the pipeline in the future. So feel free to stick around if you're new here. Well, I thank and appreciate you for sticking out this long into the video. But thanks again for your time. And with that being said, I hope that you have an absolutely fantastic rest of your day.